Hello, I wanted to take an opportunity to review the homework assignment and learning module number 5. There were a couple questions regarding the homework assignment and specifically about some of the vitamins. This is really an interesting homework assignment. You're going to be able to see the interaction that certain minerals have on vitamins and vice versa, the interaction that vitamins have on minerals. So to start off, same as the past two homework assignments, you are going to be specifically looking at your vitamin intake. Vitamin C wasn't an issue for anybody. Writing down the greatest foods that you consumed, what specific foods. Vitamin A, and vitamin A had two different types. The RAE is the absorbable vitamin A. So there's two different types, one that's more absorbable than others. Remember, beta carotene is known as a precursor to vitamin A, and I want you to specifically understand what foods contain beta carotene and the relationship between beta carotene and vitamin A. The next is vitamin E. And I know in your reading and in the video, vitamin E on your spreadsheet is not listed specifically as vitamin E, but vitamin E is actually listed as alpha tocopherol. And this is the absorbable form of vitamin E that we consume. So it's the last on the list of the vitamins. And again, most of you should know vitamin B1 is just a common term for the clinical name of thiamine. And so on with the other B vitamins. So they both have a number and also clinical term. But with the vitamin E, you should now be able to answer that question more effectively. What I find interesting are the questions about the interaction, and I've specifically taken some of the common minerals and the interactions that occur with them. For example, calcium, you know from your last homework assignment, the calcium cannot be absorbed by the body unless you have vitamin D to allow for that absorption to occur. So it's kind of interesting if you've got high levels of calcium, but no vitamin E in your diet and very little exposure to sunlight, individuals could actually develop osteoporosis, particularly if you have a family history of the disease. So the importance of vitamin D supporting calcium absorption is really significant. Iron absorption can actually be supported by taking iron along with a specific vitamin, and you have to look that up and know which vitamin supports the absorption of iron. So when you're eating foods that are high in iron, which iron is very difficult for our bodies to absorb, how can you help the absorption of that iron? Well, you can do it by adding certain foods that contain, I'm not going to give it away, but contain that specific vitamin. Also, iron can be inhibited even more greatly from being absorbed. And there's reasons in specific foods that have competition for absorption. That's what I'm asking in this section. And then moving on, sodium and potassium. Just knowing what your levels are. There's such a debate out there now about sodium intakes, whether we really do need to limit our sodium intake, particularly if you have no health history or family history of high blood pressure. Is it really necessary to maintain the stringent levels of sodium intake? And research is being conducted even as we speak to determine the answer to that question. Common foods, I just want you to be aware how many milligrams of sodium, so you just have to look it up. And then potassium, which causes cramping in individuals. And potassium is now going to be one of the additions to the new food label. Food label is going through a change, first change in 35 years. And what they're changing are the two vitamins and two minerals. Currently, vitamin C and vitamin A are listed, and the two minerals are calcium and iron. Iron is the only remaining vitamin or mineral from the previous list, and potassium is being added as another mineral. So that's interesting fact. So filling out the information on potassium should help you. But this is, it's obviously not all of the vitamins and minerals, but what I've done here is taken a sampling just so you can become aware of the interaction that occurs with the combination of foods that you eat on absorption of vitamin minerals into your body. And again, if you have any questions, please contact me before you hand in your homework assignments. Seems that most of you are in a cadence now of handing the assignments in. You're well aware that there will be a deduction if a citation is needed, so make sure you put in a relevant citation. And when you have to post responses, just demonstrate that you're bringing some additional understanding into those responses. Okay, thank you.